The Audi A8 has always been a flagship that defines what the brand stands for in terms of luxury, refinement, and technological sophistication. But in this latest generation, it pushes the boundaries even further and emerges as a car that doesn't just represent the present but confidently showcases what the future of comfort will look like, a blend of understated elegance, cutting-edge engineering, and a driving and passenger experience that redefines what it means to travel in serenity. And when you look at the A8 from the outside, the first thing you notice is how subtle yet commanding its design language has become. Because unlike some of its rivals that scream for attention with bold grilles or flamboyant lines, the Audi A8 speaks in a tone of quiet confidence. Its single-frame grille framed with chrome detailing, sleek HD matrix LED headlights that can be upgraded to digital matrix LEDs capable of projecting patterns on the road, and a silhouette that stretches with perfect proportions, emphasizing its long wheelbase, sculpted flanks, and a rear that is cleanly finished with OLED taillights that not only look futuristic but also allow different light signatures depending on the driving mode. And when you step inside the car, the story of the future of comfort truly begins, because the cabin is not merely an interior but an environment carefully crafted to cocoon its occupants in tranquility. Soft Valcona leather wraps the seats, natural wood veneers or high gloss finishes run across the dashboard, and the level of craftsmanship in every stitch, seam, and surface feels more akin to a luxury lounge than a car interior. But it is not just about materials, it is about how Audi integrates technology seamlessly into this cocoon, with dual MMI touch response displays that blend into the dash when off, haptic feedback controls that feel reassuringly tactile, and a fully digital virtual cockpit in front of the driver that can be customized to show navigation, driver assistance systems, or classic gauges. And while the driver's environment is impressive, it is in the rear seats where the Audi A8 elevates comfort to an art form, especially in the long-wheelbase A8L model, where passengers can enjoy reclining rear seats with heating, cooling, and massage functions that rival first-class airline seating, footrests that extend from the front passenger seat for the rear occupant, and even the availability of a rear seat relaxation package with a foot massager integrated into the back of the seat ahead, features that are designed with meticulous attention to human well-being. And the ambience is perfected with the optional rear seat remote tablet that allows passengers to control climate, seat adjustments, ambient lighting, or media at their fingertips, which makes long journeys not just tolerable but indulgent. And speaking of lighting, the Audi A8's ambient lighting system offers a spectrum of colors and themes to set the mood, from a cool, futuristic blue to a warm, relaxing amber, and when combined with a near-silent cabin thanks to excellent sound insulation and active noise cancellation, the result is a serene atmosphere where outside chaos never intrudes. But comfort is not only about seating or silence, it is also about how the car moves and how it isolates its occupants from imperfections of the road. And this is where Audi's predictive active suspension system comes into play, a marvel of engineering that scans the road ahead using cameras and prepares each wheel independently for upcoming bumps, dips, or potholes, essentially flattening the road in real time, while also being capable of raising the car during side impacts to protect occupants, making it not only a comfort feature but also a safety innovation. And speaking of safety, the A8 comes loaded with driver assistance technologies including adaptive cruise assist, lane keeping, traffic jam assist, intersection assist, night vision with pedestrian detection, and 360-degree cameras that make maneuvering this large sedan effortless. The Audi A8 feel futuristic is the way these technologies work together seamlessly rather than feeling like isolated gimmicks, creating an ecosystem of intelligence that truly supports the driver and enhances the sense of calm. And while the focus is undoubtedly on comfort, the performance side of the A8 is equally refined, because under the hood you find a range of engines from the smooth 3.0-liter V6 TFSI mild hybrid to the muscular 4.0-liter V8 with effortless acceleration, all paired to an 8-speed Tiptronic transmission and the legendary Quattro all-wheel drive system that ensures grip and stability in all conditions. And while rivals may offer more aggressive dynamics, Audi has tuned the A8 to deliver composure, predictability, and a silky driving experience where power is abundant but never overwhelming, like a quiet strength that is always available yet never intrusive. And when you take the wheel of the A8, you realize it is a car that doesn't need to shout about performance, because it exudes a confidence that is deeply reassuring. But perhaps the most remarkable thing about the A8 is the way it blends tradition with innovation, because on one hand you have old-world craftsmanship, fine leather, and timeless design, and on the other hand you have futuristic technologies such as augmented reality heads-up displays, voice control with natural language processing, and connectivity that keeps you in sync with your digital life, whether it's wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or the car acting as a Wi-Fi hotspot, making the A8 not just a mode of transportation but a connected hub. And as sustainability becomes increasingly important, Audi has also ensured that the A8 is future-proof with hybrid options that improve efficiency, start-stop systems that operate imperceptibly, and lightweight construction with an aluminum space frame that keeps weight down without compromising rigidity. And when you compare the A8 with rivals such as the Mercedes-Benz S-Class, BMW 7 Series, or Lexus LS, what you notice is that Audi has chosen a slightly different path. It is less about ostentatious luxury and more about discreet sophistication, less about overwhelming passengers with gadgets and more about creating a cohesive experience where everything feels natural, balanced, and harmonious. And that is why many who choose the A8 are those who value subtlety, who don't necessarily want to announce their arrival but want to enjoy the journey in supreme comfort. And in today's world where many cars chase trends, the Audi A8 stands as a reminder that true luxury is timeless and that the future of comfort is not about extravagance but about intelligence, refinement, and the ability to make people feel at ease. And in that sense, the Audi A8 succeeds magnificently because every detail from the stitching of the seats to the anticipation of the suspension has been designed with comfort as the guiding principle. But beyond just comfort, there is also a sense of dignity to the A8. A feeling that you are not just in a car but in a space that respects your presence, and that is something intangible yet deeply powerful. And as the automotive industry shifts toward electrification, it is exciting to think how the principles perfected in the A8 will carry into the future, because whether it is fully electric Audis like the e-tron GT or future flagship EVs, the DNA of comfort, sophistication, and human-centric design seen in the A8 will serve as the blueprint. And that makes this car not only relevant today but also a statement about where Audi and the broader industry are heading. And when you step out of the Audi A8 after a long drive, you don't feel tired, you feel refreshed. And that is perhaps the ultimate definition of comfort, because luxury should not be about adding complexity but about removing stress, not about dazzling the senses but about soothing them. And in every way the Audi A8 embodies this philosophy, showing us that the future of comfort is already here. It just happens to come with 4 rings on the grille and a legacy of innovation that continues to evolve with grace and intelligence. And as you reflect on what makes this car so special, you realize it is not a single feature or specification but the sum of all its parts, the way design, technology, performance, and luxury converge into a seamless whole. And that is why the Audi A8 is more than just a flagship sedan. It is a vision of the future, a car that makes every journey an experience of serenity, and a reminder that in a fast-paced world true comfort is not a luxury but a necessity that Audi has mastered like no other.